Hi guys, it's me Rabab. I'm with you at the moment. I'm trying to. Here is my guest, Hannah. And can you tell us more about you, Hannah?
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
My name is Hannah Aria and I am currently working on the Survival Stories project with Volunteering Matters. But I'm a multidisciplinary artist, so I do visual art, like this. This is not finished yet, but this kind of thing. I also do performance work. I've got my own company.
Oh,
And I just enjoy meeting people, and I have a strong sense of justice and want to make positive change.
okay. It was interesting to see you wearing hijab. What made you to decide to wear that and try it on?
So I don't normally wear a hijab, but I'm interested in learning about other cultures, and I think at the moment it's really iconic because in the media it's almost a symbol of protest, and it brings about a lot of different feelings, some of which can be quite upsetting, some of which can be quite freeing. And talking to you the other day, I think I'd only seen one side of the media when it came to like what's going on in Iran, and I suppose from a British perspective we tend to only hear one side of the story. But looking at, like we're meant to be a Christian country officially, like the mother of Jesus wore a hijab in the Bible. It says things about how women should cover their hair when they're worshipping. So I'm quite interested in finding out a bit more, looking at how if I wear this in the street, people might perceive me differently. Like, would they see me as oppressed or conforming to something that is oppressive, or would it be they respect me more because I'm covering up and I'm more modest?
Do you think because of what's been happening in the media, do you advise people they never judge people from or listen to the story from one side or from one point of the other people in this, or what do you want to say to that people take all the information from media?
I think especially in the last 5 years, like we know that the media has obvious bias and political bias, and that the people who own the news companies, they get their political perspectives put across, and often things are twisted because they want to influence people to behave in a certain way. So I think I'm very careful about what newspapers I read. I'm quite famous for wearing some earrings that protest against one particular, but I won't mention that particular brand. But I'm very much about listening to real people and real people's stories, real people's opinions. And even if we disagree, you can then at least understand why they think what they think.
Do you think it's a good idea to, when you meet people, they are different than your ethnicity, to ask about their own culture to be more open and understandable? How they wear it, why they wear it, what the reason? Do you think that will make people to understand more the other people opinions?
I think you have to be careful how you go about it, because if it's the first time that you meet someone and straight in you're identifying the differences, they might be a bit defensive or find it a bit offensive. So I think it's more about building real relationships with people, having dinner together, spending time together, and out of that trust relationship, then being able to be open and say, I know you wear this, but could you tell me why you wear it, or how does it make you feel? So I guess it's sort of about empathy and understanding, rather than, I do think that potentially people growing up, like particularly if someone's got, afro hair and saying, oh, your hair looks weird, that's inappropriate, that's not right.
Okay.
But
I think it's important to start the conversation like, you have really nice hair, and then can you tell us, or can you tell me more about how you do your hair like that, why your hair like that? It's just like to open up, because sometimes I feel the British people, I don't want to say all of them, but some of them at least, they are more hold. They don't want to open with other people. What your advice to the people who are very close and to be open? What's your advice to that kind of people?
I think I very much believe in relationship-based practice, like regardless of where I am. I think people are people. Obviously you do need professional boundaries and stuff, but there's got to be a level of trust and respect, and it's just about being discerning about, okay, you know, now is the right time to have this conversation. And I think when you are open about, oh, I don't understand this, can you help me, it's a different power position as well. It's not the British, we do it like this, why do you do it like that? It's like, okay, you do it like that, educate me, because I don't know, you know?
And we will go back to the survival story. Can you tell us about the projects, what the project is about, and why you are into that project? What does mean to you? Can you explain?
Sure. Well, the Survival Stories project is funded through Public Health and with Volunteering Matters, so they hired me, and specifically it's to work with Black and ethnic minority groups to allow them to have a voice to actually communicate what they want to communicate about their survival story, about the difficulties that they faced, ultimately so that we can put on a display at Suffolk Archives next year, in the hope that people will be able to listen, that they will be able to understand, and that we can actually bring about positive change. And I think also it's meant to be to provide, you know, positive mental health, allowing people time to talk. But I think out of it, I've gained so much. I have learned so much. I think it has changed me already in the process. And it's about people. It's not about ticking diversity boxes. It's about community engagement and actually making a difference.
Are you going to talk more about it and let people to be aware there is kind of exhibition is coming, and that make more people to come? How you will do that? What is the way that you can do to may bring attention to many people as we can, to bring them to come and have a look and see these different stories? What do you think?
Well, we'll definitely be doing a lot on social media, but I think this experiment that you and I have come up with to get me to wear a hijab for a certain amount of time and just diarize my experiences, and we're going to we're going to go around town and just see what people's response is to it, you know, because it's really important that, you know, obviously we do support the choices of women, particularly what's going on in Iran. But if women in the UK are choosing to wear hijab, we need to give them respect. We need to understand, and we need to not see that it has to be one way or the other. It needs to be about choice and equality and people and acceptance, really, to me anyway.
This is the last part of the interview. What would you like to say to the people or the social media? What do you want to say? Do you want to say anything about you, about what you want to be, what you want to do, what is the future, what you want, what is your plan? I'm just let you to say that.
Well, I guess professionally I'm known for promoting diversity and equality, but I just want to own the fact that actually I have been really ignorant myself, and it's owning that journey and facing up to it, but making sure that you do the work, you do the learning, but in the right way. So I guess I'm on the journey, and I want to take other people on the journey to explore different cultural differences and how we can.
What does that mean to you? Why you are obsessed with that? What the reason behind that?
If I'm really honest, and this is me getting quite vulnerable, I know what it feels like to be an outsider. I know what it feels like to feel rejected. Not in the same way, I don't have the same experience. But I don't want anybody to feel like that. So if there's something that I can do so that people don't have to feel that way, or to make some kind of progress. And
As an artist,
Yeah.
can you just promote that through your art then?
I'm quite known for protest art, actually.
Okay.
If you look at my website, which is hannaaria.com, I've done a lot of street-based live art performances where I've been sort of with a big sign looking like I'm begging for money, but the sign says, keep your coins, I want change, which is actually originally from Banksy, so full credit to Banksy, but I reenacted it. And I think you can use visual arts and you can use creativity to relay a message in a way that people wouldn't necessarily listen to otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, well, it was lovely to see you, and you are my guest, and I'm very happy that you are with me, and then we made that video.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye.